Guys, good Wednesday afternoon. My name is Jerry Miller, and welcome to the I Love CVille Show. Thank you kindly for joining us. We are live in Charlottesville, across the Commonwealth, the country, and the world on the I Love CVille Network, the network powered by our good friends at Ting Fiber Internet. Crazy fast internet is Ting Fiber Internet. I'm so excited for today's program with friends of the program, Mark White and Kevin Thurman on set. You will meet them in a matter of minutes. We're going to highlight what we've called and dubbed the holiday event of the 2021-2022 calendar year, and we have a few weeks left until the end of the month for you to experience Winter Wonder. If you're like me and our family, you're going for a second trip around the lake at Boar's Head Resort. An adventure, an experience, a memory that cannot be duplicated until potentially next year, when Boar's Head may do it even better than it did this year, and it's going to be absolutely hard to beat. Judah Wickower is our director. We love Judah Wickower. He is our North Star and our tech compass, if you may. Judah, if you can go to the studio camera, and the popular Kevin Thurman is already getting props from Ashley Rorick, who says you are the absolute best. Three-shot J-Dubs, and let's get these fellas on screen. Mark and Kevin, que pasa? How are you guys doing?
Awesome. It's great to be here a second time. Very excited.
Great to be here. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here for first time. Hope it goes well and you invite me back again.
All right, we will. We will. Kevin, a man of our heart, guys, a background in social media and digital media. Mark, a man of our heart as well. Just a great dude that you like to hang out with and talk and run into. Mark, introduce yourself yet again to everybody that's watching.
Again, excited to be here. My name is Mark White. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing at Boar's Head Resort. And not to give too much away, but if any of you out there have animals, dogs, canines, we got something really big for you this weekend. That
in the business is called a tease, and get ready for what is to come. Kevin Mullaney and is giving you big time props right now on the street, on the stream. Kevin Thurman. All right, KT, introduce yourself to everybody that's watching.
Absolutely. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in today. Really excited to be here. I'm Kevin Thurman, Director of Special Events with Boar's Head Resort. Been with Boar's Head since early August and was brought on to help join the team and really launch this Winter Wander event. Spent nearly 6 years with UVA Athletics prior to that. So been in Charlottesville for over 6 years. Love this town and love our community.
These guys both embody that evangelist spirit for not only the Boar's Head, not only Charlottesville, but certainly Central Virginia. Mark, let's talk about Winter Wonder. Kevin, let's discuss it as well. We had you on the show before this was an actual event. It was in the making and in the works. So let's put in perspective, both of you guys, of how it's gone so far.
It's really been spectacular. We've had over 20,000 visitors through November and December, and up until New Year's Eve, just all sorts of different activities, different events. But now that January has arrived, we have the opportunity to do special events. So again, starting with this weekend, bring your pup, bring your dog. Kevin has done a great job of teaming us up with the SPCA. Any of you that want something to do with your dog, come on out, get some tickets to Winter Wander, bring your dog, get some drinks, get some hot chocolates, bring the kids, and just have a great time. And then there's many other activities that we'll talk about as well. But this weekend, we're really excited.
Put it in perspective, Kevin.
Wow, it's been incredible. The response from the Central Virginia and Charlottesville community has been amazing for this. As Mark said, we're actually over 30,000 people have come through Winter Wander, over 20,000 more than we really thought were going to come through, and we've got more tickets out here for these next 3 weekends, and it's been an event that really, talking with so many of our fellow people here in the area, we've realized Charlottesville needed this. We didn't have anything like this for the holidays. You had to go to Richmond, to D.C., to Virginia Beach to try and find anything like this, and it's so unique in the beautiful setting of Boar's Head Resort there with the lake and the trail around the lake, and you mentioned the scenery and the nature part of it. It is, you go out there, it's beautiful trail system, and then all of a sudden, boom, the holiday season hits, winter hits, and we've got over 300,000 lights out there, and that's just this year. This is the inaugural year of an annual tradition that's only going to get better and better each year.
So this is, I'm going to relay personal experience, guys, to everybody that's watching the program. My family and I, my wife and our son, We went to it before Christmas. Our son is 3.5. We got bundled up. We get the VIP like movie pass. It's not even a VIP pass, but you feel like a VIP wearing it.
You are
It's
a
got-
VIP.
It's got the lanyard. It's got the pass. You feel like you're at the Oscars. You go through the gate. You immediately see the lights. You're going through the trail. About 25% in, you got the pizza and popcorn stop. I also got a cold beer, the Winter Wonder beer from 3 Notch. We had a couple of pizzas. Then we continued on. We go around the lake. We head around the lake into the grand finale. At the grand finale, of course, there's the hot chocolate bar. There was the photos with Santa. There was the holiday market. I think Home Alone was playing on the big screen.
Great movie.
I mean, God, Mark, it was literally one of the best evenings we have had as a family. How about some perspective you've heard from guests that have enjoyed this experience?
Overwhelming positive response. Everyone has really had a fun visit. Again, the holiday spirit was alive and well in December. Now we're going to transition into, instead of Home Alone on the big screen, we're going to have the UVA basketball team, a watch party. We're going to go away from the holiday music to rock and roll and some other music to really DJs,
acapella groups,
acapella groups, and all these different things. So we're going to change the vibe from a holiday spirit to fun and excitement and incorporate January.
How'd you go? Go ahead, Kevin.
I was going to say, if you like to party, this is where the party's going to be the next 3 weekends.
I like to party. I very much like to party. Noelle Jurgensen is watching the program. She says, I love that you offer a pet event. Winter Wonder is great and loads of fun for the family. How do you plan to enhance next year to keep people coming back and back and back? It was an absolutely spectacular time. Great question, Noelle. Kevin Thurman, right up your alley.
Oh, man, great question, Noelle. I don't want to put any big spoilers out there, but we will be adding lights. We have talked about a possible new showstopper that might involve being in the lake or something like that. So I'm just going to throw that out there. We're not going to, go any more than that. But yes, we will be adding things and redoing things each year and making sure that, while the base of this event is always there, there's a new reason to come back, that it's not just the same thing you saw in 2021. 2022 is going to be even better. 2023 is going to be even better. And my goodness, in 10 years, I can't wait to see what this event is really going to grow to.
I can't wait to see it either. You, the point man for this, give us the flip book from start until now. The effort, the time, the amount of lights. I mean, it's been a spectacular, extraordinary process here.
It has. It takes an incredible team. Our team at the Boar's Head with the leadership of Russ and then Mark and Todd and everyone's assistants and Sean and Chef on our food and beverage team that brought everything together. I mean, it's a lot more than just me. I played a very small role in this, and with the rest of our resort leadership team and IWG, the company that created the light show and created the displays, installed the displays. I wanted to get up in the big tree Lattice Lane there, that 100-foot tall oak tree, and help string the lights with them, but I guess I didn't have the right safety gear or something along those lines. So, no, they did an incredible job from start to finish, and we're excited to see what they can help us do for year 2. All of the local craft vendors that we partnered with to make the market special. We partnered with 12 local craft vendors that really enhanced what we're able to do in the market and give people an opportunity to showcase what they do here in Central Virginia, and then showcase to everyone in our community and those staying at the resort from outside what makes our community special. Popitos, and it's poppin' time with the popcorn and pizza up there on the green Big Boar Ridge, really making it special, and looking to what we can always do to enhance the overall guest experience. Not just the lights, but what can we add in? This is a Winter Wander Trail of Lights. It's an experience. It's not just a light show. I mean, you guys know that. Obviously, Mark, you're a little biased, but Jerry, you know it from being there with your family, that this is something that's much more than just a half a mile of lights. We had Santa, we're doing watch parties, we're having a cappella groups coming out, and that's only going to grow even more in year 2 and beyond.
Mark, let's talk about what you've seen. You enjoyed it. You saw it as the director of sales and marketing before it was open to the public. And then you watched as the public embraced it, loved it, and told and spread the word like wildfire.
Correct.
Okay? What did you love personally, you and your daughter, of doing this experience?
Just the fact that it's an event that you can do with your family. As an 18-year-old, my daughter, she's doing her thing with her friends, and it's hard for a dad to do things. But this is something, it's almost like a Disney experience. Like, hey, let's get some tickets, let's walk the show, let's get some pizza, invite your friends if you want. So it was really a bonding experience for me with my daughter.
How about the guests that have come from areas afar, and what you've heard from them about the experience they had? The best holiday photo we have had in my son's 4 Christmases was at this event, and we're excited to come back post-holiday for the watch party with UVA basketball this Saturday. But what have you heard from guests that have come through?
Well, the light tunnel, which has probably been the biggest light attraction with pictures, has just taken off like wildflowers. So people from Northern Virginia, Richmond, North Carolina, DC, everyone loves to walk through that tunnel, get a picture with their family, and post it to Facebook or Instagram. That has taken off like crazy, which is exciting.
Did you think, Kevin, when you started, when this event was planned and the lights were coming up, that it would have success like this? Because this is the first iteration of it.
This is the first iteration of it.
Yeah.
I mean, when we were looking at our initial goals, well, we can certainly meet and exceed these, and I was confident we would to this level. This has been incredible and so encouraging from the community to see. I mean, the response, I love being out there and talking with our guests, and met some people that live in the Northeast and said every December they drive up and down the East Coast and look at all the light shows, and this was obviously their first year coming to this one as a new addition, and they said it was their favorite that they've seen on the East Coast, which to me is incredible and quite a compliment for it. And Mark mentioned the light tunnel. It's been awesome to see these people coming out and celebrating their anniversaries with us, getting engaged. It's apparently become a thing to get engaged at Winter Wander. We've had over 5 engagements so far, 5 proposals so far.
No way!
Yes, absolutely. It's been awesome to see. And we had one on New Year's Eve that the husband-to-be brought in his fiancé-to-be's family and had them snuck in and
Where were they? Wait. Were they hiding behind Pepitos? Where were they?
They were hiding behind that bench right there at the end of the light tunnel. So there's 2 bushes in that bench. He had them hidden on that bench, kind of behind the bushes. Came through at the end of the light tunnel. He got down on one knee, proposed. The family all came running out. They celebrated. We brought him over some champagne. It was, awesome. It's so cool that people are wanting to share special moments and memories like that with us. That's what this is for, the community, and to see the response has been incredible.
Judy Calgaro, I think I got your last name right, who's watching in North Carolina, says, Mark, you look fabulous. So happy you're doing well, Mark White. That's from Judy, who I think is...
doesn't he?
Oh, he looks good. The former college football player looks like... Hey, what position did you play?
I was a linebacker.
Okay, he's a linebacker. Still looks like he can rack up 100 tackles a season right now, Mark White. I saw him working out over the weekend. I think he did 225 18 times at the gym. All right, fellas, let's put in perspective what we have planned for January. It's not only the UVA watch party, not only pet-friendly events. Give us the nitty-gritty.
Absolutely. It's a whole lot these next 3 weekends. So this weekend, Friday, Saturday, we've got the Walk Your Pup. So you've got a 4-legged friend, bring him out. We want to see him on the trail. We're working with the SPCA. They're going to be there and bring dogs that are available for adoption too. So if you don't have a 4-legged friend and you want a 4-legged friend, you probably need a 4-legged friend. The SPCA is going to be there to help with that. And a portion of our proceeds this weekend will be going to the SPCA. We are closed on Sunday with the winter storm coming in. So we just made the decision today. We are closed this Sunday, but we are open Friday, Saturday. We've got an a cappella group on Saturday this weekend, a DJ on Friday from 5 to 9 that's going to be spinning tunes. Next weekend is one of our UVA weekends. We've got a cappella groups, a DJ on Saturday, drink and retail specials all weekend for people whether you're with UVA or not. And then the final weekend, again, another UVA weekend, more a cappella groups. And on that final night, the 30th, we're shooting off fireworks at 8:30 to close out Winter Wander. And the fireworks are going to be literally from in the middle of the show. We're going to have to clear the back part of the trail, so the fire marshal says we're good to go. And it's going to be as close to a fireworks display as you've probably ever been in your entire life. With the setting of Winter Wander right there, I can't think of a better way to close out January.
This question is coming in from Richmond, Virginia. And Benjamin, Jerry, I love the program. I try to watch as much as possible as a UVA grad. My wife and I made the trip from Richmond for Winter Wonder, and it was an absolutely special experience for us as a young couple. Please ask your guests how they came up with this idea and what they can do to make this even more special. We'll certainly be coming back and buying tickets next year. Thank you for that comment right there, Benjamin. Mark, how about that one for you?
Yeah, sir. I think as we talked last time with Russ, our general manager, we did an event during COVID, December of 2020, and it was for our members, and it was an outdoor event where people came in cars and they drove around a circle, and we had lights and hot chocolate and cookies, and again, people couldn't get out of their cars, but it was an overwhelming success. And I went to Russ, and Russ has a background with lights down in Callaway Garden. I'm like, we need to do something around the lake. We need to have lights. We need to make a big deal out of this, and it just exploded from there. So
how'd you guys find the team? What was the team's thoughts when they came to the grounds of the Boar's Head that are absolutely gorgeous? And how'd you come up with the vision board of Winter Wonder?
So we had the lake, and some of us in marketing and Russ, we put together almost like a Disney feeling where we had 10 different attractions, and there were many iterations of what worked and what didn't work. Russ had to go to ownership and say, does this work? Does this not work? We knew we didn't want to go over the top and make it too crazy and too commercial. We wanted to incorporate the scenery and the rolling hills and Lattice Lane. So it was really just a combination of a bunch of people getting in a room and putting the map together. And it'll tweak for next year. We'll come up with bigger and better things. But it was really just a bunch of people being creative.
Kevin Thurman, how about the team behind it? We were there it must have been right around Thanksgiving. We see a long, lanky, outgoing guy in a cowboy hat climbing trees, putting up lights. And I'm like, this guy, my son thought this guy was like part cowboy, part superhero, part like Doc Brown from Back to the Future.
Yep.
Okay? And he's building the lights literally as we're watching him from the ground. You know what? I think he was doing is it a 35 or 38 foot Christmas tree?
The 36-foot tall.
Yeah. He was doing the Christmas tree, and my son is looking up, seeing a dude in a cowboy hat 36 feet in the air, and I'm watching my son. He's like, this guy is like thinking he's like a Cape Crusader here.
He is.
Yeah, right? Put in perspective the effort from this team and how long it took to get the lights up.
Absolutely. Well, wow. IWG did an incredible job with the light show. They've worked previously at Busch Gardens in Williamsburg. They do Sesame Place up in Pennsylvania every year. They do events in Texas, California, nationwide. Their leadership team, the guy that designed Finale Field, is based out in California, so they bring in the best of the best. It took them over 6 weeks to install all of these light displays. It's going to take them less than 2 weeks to break them all down. We'll be storing them, and then they'll come back in and bring them back up. But it was a mammoth effort from building that 36-foot tall welcome tree to stringing the lights all the way around the 100-foot tall oak tree. And that's not just like, in your front yard where you kind of just like daintily string some lights around.
This is not Clark Griswold.
No, This is Clark Griswold on steroids.
Yeah,
like,
right.
My goodness. I felt like Cousin Eddie out there.
Yeah, I like this guy.
And, they're up there with true climbing gear, stapling it to the tree. They had said it would be, hurricane proof. And we nearly had to go through that with the winter storm that went through last week. And, knock on wood, thankfully we were lucky. We had no light displays broken.
Wow.
A couple small things that needed to be fixed, but nothing that was over the top, ruined or anything like that. We've been testing all week to make sure everything is working for us. We had one of the big uplights underneath one of the trees. A huge branch fell off one of our trees by the 700 building, came within a foot of this massive uplight, and like literally within a V of the tree is the light. of that limb, and so it was not crushed. We were lucky, and I mean, they did from start to finish an incredible job with this. It all kind of came together quickly, and they had told us all along, like, oh, that last week, we're laying, because the first few weeks it's a lot of, you don't see much, and it's kind of almost like, hey, what's going on here? What are you doing? And it's laying the foundation with the power and all the base structures that they need, and then it was that last week of Thanksgiving there, all of a sudden, boom, the flowers are in, the tree's up, the boars are there, everything's lighting up, and it was really cool to get to see kind of scene by scene how things came together.
Your favorite specific aspect of the trail, Mark?
I think Finale Field is just amazing. You can look at those lights, and Kevin's done a great job with the team of programming it. Whether you're up close or you're across the lake, just seeing that, it's just, I could sit there and have a beer and just look at it and be like, wow, that's awesome.
That was my favorite as well. Kevin, yours?
I would say Lattice Lane. Again, I love the programming on it. You can see, it's like Finale Field, you can see it from everywhere. I love the reflection of Lattice in the lake, especially on the far side of the lake, looking back across at Lattice Lane. You see it in the lake, you see it in front of you. It also just hits you smack in the face once you walk through that welcome tree. You come out of the welcome tree and you're already like amazed at what you just saw, and boom, there's a 100-foot oak tree decked in lights with a root structure 100 feet on the ground just staring at you with a whole 3-minute display as well. I think what's your favorite though?
My favorite is the finale. And my favorite was the finale to the hot chocolate bar. My wife got the traditional hot chocolate. I may or may not have had some Baileys in mine. And with the Pepitos base, it pizza. That was the pizza. It was just a fantastic finish to the event. And then we went inside and we had the holiday market. Now, what I'm super excited about round 2 for our family is the watch party for UVA hoops. Now, I want to highlight this, and we got to go on a one shot on Kevin Thurman because his passion is contagious. I love this man's passion right here. Before being the man behind special events at Boar's Head, this guy was the director of digital and social media for UVA Athletics. Is that the right?
Director of Marketing and Social Media for UVA Athletics.
Director of Marketing and Social Media for UVA Athletics. So once people hear this, the first question I ask, which I can imagine is the question everybody asks, dude, were you on the floor for the national championship for UVA basketball? I'm like fanboying over here. Yeah. Tell us what you saw and give us that firsthand perspective.
My goodness, that was incredible. One of the best moments of my life so far. It was to be there with the team on the floor and the whole journey. I mean, it started with the loss to UMBC. I was there on the court for that and just shocked. I mean, we couldn't believe what was happening, that each shot continued to go in, and how quickly the crowd in Charlotte turned against UVA too. They wanted to see that first 16-1 upset, and then the whole journey that Coach Bennett had with his program and the team, and how everyone bought in and just continued along through that next season. You know, that loss in the ACC tournament semifinals to Florida State, everyone's like, oh my gosh, maybe this isn't the year. And then just how quickly but slowly things moved through the NCAA tournament, starting in Columbia there. What an opening weekend, a scare again in another 16-1 matchup, and then going to Louisville. And, you know, I swear we didn't play a game that tipped before 11 o'clock on the East Coast that entire 3-week stretch. And then Minneapolis was unreal as a host city for it, and what the team was able to do, you know, and the experiences outside of the game, but then the locker room post-game, making it to the championship game, that Final Four win, and then the celebration, and how Coach Bennett had alums from the program join him in, and he had the whole team in a circle and had just an incredible speech for them. That to be on the peripherals of something like that, the true servant leadership that he talks about, he leads by and lives his life by. And my goodness, what an incredible person and an incredible coach, and couldn't be happier for him in the program.
More questions coming in. How about this one from Mark? 2-part question. The furthest, and Kevin, you may need to be chime in as well, the furthest guest that's traveled that you guys have heard for Winter Wonder, and then multiple people are asking what the food options are going to be in January, including one from Lauren about Pepitos. So two questions right there for you, Mark.
Again, we've had people from all over the country come in.
California?
Yeah. We've been fortunate enough to do a lot of company holiday events. December was very warm, so we had an event out at the pool. But a lot of these events will have people from all over the country come to Boar's Head for their meeting, for their company event, and then they'll experience Winter Wander. So all over. I'll let Kevin handle the food because...
Food is a great question. You always need to know where your next meal is coming from. I completely understand that. Papitos is going to be there for these dates in January. If you haven't had Papitos pizza, people are going to get mad at me, the Lampo lovers.
Dude, it's so good.
It's the best pizza in Charlottesville.
Wow.
There's going to be people that love Dr. Hose and Lampo.
That might be fighting words over there, Kevin Thurman.
You got to have the margarita pizza from Papitos. It's delicious. They're hot pig as well. My goodness, it's lunchtime and I'm hungry and kind of want to try to go find them right now. But they'll be there. Phil from It's Poppin' Time Kettle Corn will be there with a bunch of his flavors as well. We've got chili chowder, hot dogs, soft pretzels, big cupcakes that we're selling as well on the Boar's Head side. So there's plenty of food options and drinks for people of all ages. If you want to put some Baileys in your hot chocolate, we've got that for you. If you want just the traditional hot chocolate, cider, all of that, beer, wine, spirits, all of it available for you throughout these next 3 weekends.
Are you guys incredibly pleased with everything that's happened over the last few months?
We're thrilled, not just for the resort, but for the people that have experienced it. Like Kevin said, it's not just some lights, it's not just a show, it's an experience for people to enjoy with their family, their friends. That's awesome. It's great for Central Virginia, it's great for Charlottesville. It's really wonderful.
Over 20,000?
Over 30,000.
Over 30,000.
We're over 35,000 tickets out, including people that have come in and remaining tickets out. Over 35,000.
Okay, over 35,000 tickets sold. Think about the positive economic impact that Winter Wonder has had on the Central Virginia community. I'm not just talking Boar's Head, guys, but I'm talking about the community in totality. Over 35,000 tickets sold. That has trickle-over incremental revenue impact to businesses across the area, and perhaps even more importantly, incremental tax dollars generated for Albemarle, for the city of Charlottesville, and at a time during the pandemic where tax dollars may be a tad scarce. So positive impact right there for Boar's Head. A couple more questions for you guys. What is planned from an event standpoint at Boar's Head over maybe the next few weeks, month or so? Word on the street, word along 250 is potentially comedy on the horizon.
That is right. There is a comedy weekend coming up, President's Day weekend. Mark your calendars. It's that Friday, Saturday. We've locked in our comedians, so there's 2 shows each night, a 6 o'clock and an 8:30. That 6 o'clock is more PG-13 humor, and that 8:30, 18 plus. So for the later crowd there, Papitos will be there as well again. And we're really looking forward to a great weekend of laughs and comedy. So be on the lookout. Tickets will be going on sale at the latest early next week.
So are you a 6:30 or you say 8:30? Is that what it was?
6 and 8:30.
Are you a 6 or 8:30 kind of guy over here? I think me and Mark are 8:30 kind of guys over here.
I'm intrigued for both. I'm leaning towards the 8:30 myself.
Okay. This guy, how old is your daughter?
6 months.
Okay, so the next logical question is, we have a 6-month daughter in the fold, a dad of a 6-month-old, 18?
Yep.
Okay. How is fatherhood at 6 months and how is fatherhood at 18 years? I mean, I would say challenging both sides, but very different kinds of challenges, if you may.
I think I'm more scared for when my daughter is 18, like Mark's, how to handle a teenager. But it's been, it's life-changing. It's incredible. It's the best thing ever, hands down.
Same, Mark.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm very fortunate that I have a great daughter that studies, does well in school, is responsible. So I'm thrilled that she's part of my life.
You guys are the absolute best. How many Pepitos pies have you had, Mark, since they've been on grounds?
To be honest with you, I'm gluten-free, so I have not had many.
Wow.
But I do walk by there quite a bit, and I was like, oh, they look so good.
Thurman, you?
Probably 20 at least. That's really good.
It is really good. Mark and Kevin, you guys are absolutely fantastic here. So this question's coming in from Richmond. How many total lights are on grounds, fellas?
Over 300,000.
Okay.
And that's just the Winter Wonder lights, not counting all of the other lights we have on property with our other Christmas trees and the lights that we put on the light poles and all that. I mean, I would have to imagine we're close to 500,000 when you add all of that together.
And next year, you're planning even potentially more?
More.
Absolutely.
Kevin Thurman, you guys are first class, and it's a first class event. Where can we buy tickets?
You can go to the website, boarsheadresort.com/Winter Wander, tickets for all the weekends. Just to follow up on one of Kevin's points, if you've seen the fireworks at Boar's Head, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day, it's awesome. To have it on January 30th is going to be amazing. Put your jacket on, get some drinks, bring your beer, wine, watch the fireworks. It's going to be awesome.
There you go. There you go. Mark White, guys, A-plus guy. Kevin Thurman, very much an A-plus guy. M. Eugene Smith is watching the program right now.
Gee.
Works at Ball State University. Proud of you, Kevin. Hope you're doing very, very well. This is the power of social media when used for the best. Jeff Harrington giving you some props as well. Thank you, fellas.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. If you guys wanna roll that way, on out, Kevin. Fantastic work here.
Thank
Seriously.
you. Great
Seriously.
to be here.
He gets to
Appreciate
come back,
it.
right?
Yeah, both of you guys are going to come back. Dude, this
Sign me up.
this isn't your first podcast, right?
No, it's not. I actually studied sports broadcasting at Ball State.
You are an excellent broadcaster.
Thank you.
Okay, he brings the energy.
Thank
Mark,
you.
you are too. Isn't he good?
He's awesome.
He's good.
We love him.
I love him too. Mark and Kevin, you guys have a good one. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
Yeah. J-Dubs, we'll go on the one shot over here to me. I'm going to offer a little dotting the I's and crossing the T's here of Winter Wonder. Again, this is going to be our second rodeo. This Saturday, my wife and our son, and in fact, my mother-in-law and father-in-law are coming with us this time. We were so pleased with the first iteration. We bought tickets again, and we're going to go on Saturday, not only for this fantastic experience and tour, but for the UVA watch party as well. And to think that pet, like our dogs are welcome, can come. It's like the total family experience. Seeing this through the eyes of our 3.5-year-old son is one of the most special experiences we have had so far as parents. And I don't like to speak for my wife, but she would undoubtedly agree with that statement. You guys have a good one. Take care, fellas. It was memorable. And it's part of that memory bank that we will never forget. And then we get the photos for social to help commemorate the experience for perpetuity. Mark and Kevin, A-plus guys, and the experience at the Boar said was just all that and an absolute bag of chips even more. I think it was fantastic. Couple things I want to get off the chest for our show tomorrow. We are having a dynamic show tomorrow, and a topic that we were going to cover today in the comparison of the High Street corridor to the Cherry Avenue corridor, we're going to table to tomorrow's discussion. We also have a number of new businesses that have come on the market for sale and for list, even more than the ones we mentioned yesterday. So if you want to follow not only the local business scene and what's opening, but follow the next iteration of potential owners that could purchase businesses in the Central Virginia and Charlottesville community, make sure you watch tomorrow's program. We let you know yesterday, Iron Poffles and Coffee for sale, Bounce Play and Create for sale, Kilwins on the Downtown Mall for sale, Jack Shop Kitchen, the restaurant in Greene County for sale. There's even more. After yesterday's show, we got bombarded from folks that are looking to move their businesses and asking us for equivalent and similar exposure. So mark your calendar for 12:30 like you always do on the I Love CVille Show here on the I Love CVille Network. I think it's going to be a conversation you're not going to want to miss. For Mark and Kevin, for Judah, my name is Jerry Miller, and this is the I Love CVille Show on a gorgeous, gorgeous day to be alive here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. You guys have a good one. Take care.